As the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel, they're ready to go as they get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Prescott looks to throw on first. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
To the air again, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Bulldozes past him. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Play action now. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott steps away. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They're able to force that incompletion.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. On play action, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this one is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
On play action, now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. Touchdown! Devontae Adams, 27 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott yet again. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this throw will be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a good turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And again, it's Rodgers. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He finds some open field here. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. A big play that time on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense, as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break. Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they finally put it into this return. But now before he's all the way down to the 37. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponent Hornets have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. It's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGuara, 37 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. So their second touchdown of this first half. They went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think if they missed it here, they're only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side can ultimately beat you if they score twice.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Taylor now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now a play fake. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Room to run past midfield. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll try and throw for it. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Before he came up to the booth, the last thing he said is we're walking off the field. Want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we...
And Rodgers intercepted the 3rd time. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
Here's Prescott.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Prescott now. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Prescott from the gun. Buying time to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wait. There he goes, right side. The 30. 10, and he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now Jones. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Rodgers will throw for it. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said is they went.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Packer pressure, and down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So the Packer offense coming on. They'll be asked to go for 2. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Prescott on 1st down. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos Davis with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Rodgers looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep...
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. That was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought...
I'm learning how to play still, but I'm glad to win. I'm glad to win.
More focus on what they plan to do going in. Play better. Whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close it out.
I threw so many picks.